I want to tell you a little story if I can.
Of
And
course, go for it.
it may help kind of bring this whole idea home for a lot of your listeners. So I talk a lot about how focus on the right goal is, in my belief, the true reason why people are successful and why people struggle with being successful. And I think that's a lot of the reason why new entrepreneurs struggle a lot with time management is because they don't, and achieving their goals, because they don't understand what goal or what way to focus, and it's that shiny thing object where like I'm focusing on this today, but I listened to this podcast and I was told to like now focus on this thing, so I'm going over here. Or you have this brilliant idea at 2 a.m. It happens to me all the time. I wake up with these like great ideas and then I want to implement them, but I lose track of that big goal. So and I talk about this all the time. And I've built two businesses now on the principle of focusing and trying as hard as I can to focus on tasks that are actually allowing me to complete something that is moving the needle for that big goal. However, I have zero business background. I just want to say I started out in my working career as a roadie, as a personal assistant out on the road, following rock and roll musicians around, living on tour buses. And I just had this dream that I wanted to help more than one crazy rock star at a time. And I came off the road and no idea what I was doing, but had that focus and determination that I just wanted to help more than one people. Made a ton of mistakes, and we can get into those as I was growing and scaling my business, but always had that focus in my mind because I knew and I witnessed that that's what these celebrities were doing. When I was growing my second business which started in 2017, but really took a massive upward momentum in like 2020 to 2023. We were 13, 14 times in our business year over year. So massive, massive growth. We were bringing in, 600K MRR. And we started at like 20K MRR. So it was massive growth. What we didn't do, a ton of issues that I had as a leader. I was focusing on my goals and my momentum on how many clients we could bring in, and not necessarily, and like looking at the revenue and looking at all these exciting things, and not necessarily realizing that the goals that I should be focusing on were the foundations of the business that were going to sustain this growth. And the business collapsed. It collapsed at the end of 2023 to the point where it went from almost 500K MRR to 40K MRR. So massive collapse to the point where I thought I was going to have to shut everything down. And obviously I was really upset, and it took me a lot of time and like inner thoughts of like, what am I going to do? Is this right for me? Should I be doing this? How am I going to pay my mortgage? There was like a lot of really scary times until I went back to the fact of, okay, what do these successful people do? What did I do to get here? And what can I tweak? And it always came back to focus on the goal, on the end goal, but really understanding the right goal to focus on at the right time and the right steps, or like the rhythm. If it's like a musical score that you're performing, you always have to play the right notes before each other. And I had skipped like a couple of pages. And so I think a lot of people, when they think about time management, they think about that end goal of like, I want to live this like massive work-life balance, or I want to shave these like extra, 20 minutes off of my day, or my goal is to make $1 million revenue, but it's not, I want to build a sustainable business so I can sustain the $1 million revenue. So they're like skipping some goals ahead. And as soon as I could actually figure out that I needed to build that foundation and work on the goals that built that foundation, I could build the business back up to, within 8 months, we built it back up to now 300K MRR from our massive collapse. So it's proof that anybody can do it. And that's why I say literally anybody can do it if you just understand what to focus on at the right time of the day.
What's up, everyone? If you enjoyed that, then press here to watch the full episode. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.